Shifting focus now to the other story on This Is Exclusive. First, it was the United Kingdom. Now it is the United States. Hindu groups operating in the United States appear to be once again the target of the political parties. A Democratic Party unit in New Jersey has essentially labeled certain Hindu groups as offshoots of the RSS. In fact, they have gone a step ahead, linking them to various other hate crimes. Joining us on this broadcast are two special guests, Mr. Satya Doshapati, he's joining us from New Jersey, and Arvind Kumar from Houston in Texas. Mr. Doshapati, thank you very much for speaking to Republic TV. Let me straight away begin by asking you, not the first time that Hindu groups are essentially being linked to the RSS, but it appears now that there is a concerted effort to label certain Hindu groups in the United States and also for the United Kingdom. What is behind the story right now? Because it appears that there could be certain groups, especially the Pakistan's ISI, which has extremely been active. They've been trying to label certain groups, especially Hindu groups, as RSS offshoots.
Yes. So it's not any Hindu American organization that they perceive has any sympathy or support to the nationalist government, BJP government in Bharat. We are considered as a terrorist organization according to the TNC New Jersey City Municipal Committee, Democratic Municipal Committee resolution. Now, where is this coming from? Is it some Indian American Muslim Council or a Khalistani movements? It is or a Pakistani ISI that is behind them. But I think there is a bigger agenda beyond that. If you think about where this is all, if you notice recently, the Tulsi Gabbard, the Hindu American lawmaker who actually stood in presidential elections, one of the candidates, she quit Democratic Party saying that the Democratic Party has become an extension of the military-industrial complex. So that is where it is coming from. The whole thing, in my opinion, is coming from the Western deep state military-industrial complex, who have certain goals for every region of the world, and they have certain goals for India, and that goals is being played into action here. Now, if you watch Raju Malhotraji's Snakes in the Ganga book, what is he saying? All this Harvard, Stanford, the Kennedy government in Harvard and Stanford, they create the toolkits and playbooks. And these toolkits and playbooks are really working for the Western deep state. Think of them as these think tanks work for the Western deep state. And now whatever these think tanks dole out, then who will be implementing it? The CIA, USAID, State Department, and now these guys are the ones who will implement these toolkits and playbooks. How do they do it? They don't do it directly. They will use the proxies like a Pakistani ISI, or a proxies like the IAMC or a CARE, Council for American Islamic Relation, Khalistani groups. So you see the tier system here. There is a deep state, there are think tanks, there are government agencies, and then there are the people on the ground or the forces on the ground. Like a Gunda want to kill, he will not kill himself. He's a big guy. He will use the proxies of the contract killers. So what is the goal for this for Indian region? They have these toolkits and playbooks, whether it's Ukraine or China or Africa or India. Now, what is the toolkit and playbook for India? They think that India needs to be a vassal state. It has to be a government where they can dictate what is needed for the American purposes.
Right.
They want to use India for conversion. They want to convert India. They want to use it for getting cheap technical labor. They want to use the government that you can plunder the resources. The whole Western deep state thing is about how to plunder the resources of the other world. Other countries. This is how they will survive.
No, what I also want to understand.
So in India, we are seeing.
Mr. Doshapati, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you, but Mr. Doshapati, Mr. Dosapati, I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you because I'm also running short of time. So I want to bring in Mr. Arvind Kumar, who's also joining us from Texas right now. Mr. Kumar, as Mr. Dosapati was essentially pointing out, that there are deep assets who perhaps would be working on this. But I want to understand, first it was the United Kingdom and now it is the United States. Let's not forget the role that Pakistan's ISI has essentially played in the past. Can we really underplay it? And do we have enough evidence to suggest that somewhere down the line, these Pakistan ISI agents working in the United States, working in Canada, working in the United Kingdom have been very, very active in trying to target certain Hindu groups? Can that be underplayed?
So here's my take on this. We have been working with both the Republican Party and the Democratic Party. We have found that the Democratic Party hates Hindus. That's for sure. And identity politics is very important for them. You're talking of ISI. Yes, the Pakistanis are welcomed in the Democratic Party, but you have to understand who is the puppet and who is the puppet master. And Democratic Party is definitely much higher up in that pyramid. And they use the Muslim fundamentalists against us. And in the UK too, it's the same strategy. They attacked us in the curriculum. Here in the US, they attacked us on the curriculum. In the UK, they attacked us on caste. And the same caste-related attacks are coming here in the US. They are cropping up. And remember something, what happened in the UK? The caste-based attacks actually backfired on the Sikhs. Because the Sikhs actually faced 25 or 28 lawsuits there in the UK. Now they are crying about it. They initially supported it. The Khalistani group supported it. And now it's actually backfired on them. And in the US, the attacks have been consistent. First of all, it was on the curriculum. They were portraying Hinduism as an evil religion. And they had preferred religions. They attacked us on caste. Now they've launched a new attack on swastika. You know, the New York Assembly, the California Assembly, Maryland Assembly, all of them, the Democrats have been passing these bills against it. And the Democratic Party, they use identity, they brand the Russians as Russian nationalists, Hindus as Hindu nationalists. And if you break it down, there are only two, they have their preferred religions. You can see what religions they support. So that's part of it too. They cannot tolerate Hindus. You will see in the US, the Protestants tend to vote Republican, the Catholics.
Right. Mr. Dosapati and Mr. Kumar, I'm really sorry I had to interrupt both of you gentlemen, but I'm really running short of time. Thank you very much for joining us on This Is Exclusive, a story that we are closely watching, a story that we would be tracking very, very closely. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us on This Is Exclusive. Slipping into a short break. On the other side, news and updates continue.